So I have to figure out how I'm getting my stuff down to Florida. I think it's like 10 hours, 15 hours away. I have my house stuff, I have my car, I have my computers, and I have my Ethereum validator. My Ethereum validator, I want it to be offline for the shortest amount of time possible. So I can drive my M2 down there. I can rent a U-Haul, and if I rent a U-Haul, I would drive that down there with all my other computers, because all my computers won't fit into my M2. I really doubt. Maybe they would, but I don't really want to do that. So if I rent a U-Haul, I can take my computers and my validator. I can just fly down with my validator as carry-on, I guess. But that also involves me going to Florida beforehand and setting up internet beforehand, I guess. Moving company for my computers, that's an option, but I don't really trust like all my files and everything on it would probably be a tractor trailer that it gets brought over on. My car, I can either drive it down there or have it towed down there. Towing's probably gonna be like $2,000 or something. Then moving company for my house stuff. I have to figure out what the hell to do because I have no idea. I guess this is an option too. That'd be a hell of a lot easier if I just moved everything down at once like this. Okay, so the M2 I think is more or less settled. Well, towing it behind the U-Haul, I don't really want to do because, well, driving it, I definitely don't want to do because I don't want to drive like 1,100 miles with the M2 just to transport my car down there. And what if I get into an accident and I don't know. I don't want to drive it that far. So it's either I can tow it on the back of the U-Haul, which would cost me an extra $250 for the transport thing, for the towing, the actual attachment. But then, like, I have to worry about backing up, and I would have to put a cover over my car. I mean, backing up, I can just not back up and only go straight and only park places that I don't have to reverse in. So that might not be that big of a deal. I can also ship my car there, which $1,500 for an enclosed trailer, like $1,000 for an open trailer. I'll probably go with the enclosed one, but that seems like it might be the right option. This way it just gets down there and I don't have to worry about it at all. It's just my car on a truck getting down there. And I can probably plan it so that I fly out to Florida to set up my utilities and set up my validator on the same day that my car gets delivered or around that time. And then I'll come back home and get a U-Haul for my computers and my house stuff. That's at least the current plan. I only thought about this for like 2 seconds, but and it's going to be awesome having my own house because I don't have to speak like at a low volume like I am now and have my voice all crackly and everything. Oh, if you guys can reach out to Uplift Desk, maybe we can work together to get myself a desk. Well, I'm probably not going to get it for free because I don't have that many viewers, but maybe they can get me like a discount code in exchange for making a video. So if you guys can reach out to them on like Twitter or Instagram, Uplift Desk, that'll save me money because I have to build an office in this new house. And also Rheem, R-H-E-E-M, for a water softener and a tankless hot water heater and some type of paint supplier. And I forget the company, but there's one that there's these like spray guns so you don't have to paint your walls with a brush and a roller. I think I'm gonna do that because I want to paint the whole house. Well, started tackling my closet. There's a lot to go through. This is stuff that's going. So much stuff. And I only tackled like one shelf, but I got rid of that tripod thing. Some of that stuff. Oh yeah, and I'm the idiot who put potting soil inside of these bags. I don't know how well you can see that, but to keep these light stands steady. Why did I put dirt in it? I wasn't even recording. I was saying, look how dusty the top of these lights are. I just cleaned them off. Yep, that's a wasted clip. We can kind of see some dust on here. Packed away all my big boy plates, so I just got a little boy. And I packed away, well, some of my cups. It looks so lonely over there now. Quick update, in like a week, this is all I have packed. Well, it hasn't been a week, it's been more than a week. And also there's 2 other boxes of dishes, but 6 boxes. Is my memory card in here? No, where's my memory card? I have some guitars taken down. At first I started packing all this stuff. I'm like, all right, I'll pack the stuff that's most convenient. And it turns out that's just the stuff that I use every day is what's most convenient. So all my dishes are packed and everything. This room, nothing really changes. A ton of boxes, my dishes and stuff here. Then just some boxes, Amazon boxes and packing material that I'm saving in case I need it. Why do I never turn on lights to show anyone anything? I don't really know how to move these light bulbs. Like, I do have boxes, but those boxes have bulbs in them already. But today is the 14th of April, and I think I want to move on by the 5th, I think. I have no idea. I know we talked about all this already, I think. I don't know. Probably 2 trips. It's April 21st. I don't know if you guys can see this. I have all my other lenses packed away, so we only on wide angle. But how to focus? Anyway, I don't know if you can see it, but it's snowing out. It's April 21st. Crazy. Pennsylvania. This is rare. It's not a thing that happens like ever. You guys can definitely see the snow on her car. Just recorded this whole video and I wasn't even recording. Alright, so I got all this stuff packed up already. Way more stuff than I thought I had, but also not too much to move. I still have to break down this stuff. My bed, I was saying that I have the vacuum bag for it, that you vacuum out all the air, and since it's a memory foam mattress, it flattens out and then you can roll it up. So that'll be good because it'll take up less space. Guitars are packed up. Oh, under my bed I have some stuff for my BMW, like the back seats and some stuff like that. There's just some gym clothes that was in my dresser that I'm taking. You can't see on this watch. It's the 24th now. I don't know when I started this packing up moving video, but I know it's not, I don't have too much footage on doing it, but I'm not taking my dresser. I'm not taking my, this chair. I'm not taking those pillows. My TV, I have TV boxes for it, but I don't have any styrofoam to put around the edges. Pack up some of this stuff. This thing's going, but I'm not taking that bag, but I think everything else is going. And then that table down there I'm taking, and just a trash can and some laundry soap stuff in there. But my closet's all packed up already, at least everything that I'm taking. Well, I'm taking this thing too, but all this other stuff is staying. My couches, all I have to do is remove the backs on them. The backs remove and then they're easier to move out. But all my computer stuff I'm kind of leaving until the last possible minute because I still use that stuff. Well, I haven't been using the editing computer as much as I probably could because I have like a lot of videos stacked up now. But yeah, everything's going well so far. There's not really much left in this room to pack up. The batteries, these chairs are staying. These tires, I just want to tape the cardboard to them so the wheels don't get scratched up. I guess those wheels down there should probably go in a box too. But this closet's all cleaned out other than that vacuum. These are the TV boxes in this giant box. Oh, I have to I'm going to put my hard drives in one of these doohickeys. Hopefully that'll protect them. These cabinet things and tables are all cleaned out. They had like a ton of just garage work stuff in it. I have to take down these batteries, but yeah, take down the table and take down my shelf. Oh, I wrote on Instagram, or I made a story on Instagram, I guess I'll share it with you guys too, about this hose in here. So this hose has been sitting behind there since 2015. When I got this apartment, I haven't used it because I bought it specifically to wash my car. Man, it was filled with dust from sitting back there for so long, but I don't think I've used it. It's been longer than 2015 since I used it because, the apartment I got in 2013 didn't have a place for me to wash my car. So I haven't lived in an apartment with the hose outlet in that long. So, but I'll have a house that I can use a hose and wash my car with now. Bathroom's all pretty much done. Like all this stuff is packed up. Everything that was here is packed up. Everything in there is packed up. Just some little odds and ends, pretty much. But yeah, kitchen. I haven't touched too much stuff in the kitchen. Well, I did take all my dishes out of here and glasses and pack them up, at least like the most that I could, which I could do more later. But I still have to get the food. I got some of my spices packed up and some of my food packed up, but not too much more to move. So I think it's like about time that I can rent a U-Haul truck, and well, I have to figure out how to ship my car down there and get my Ethereum validator down there, which I'm trying to figure out how that works with getting it on a plane, because, well, I have that, but I don't think it'll fit in that, and I think that's a carry-on size bag for the overhead. It's so funny how my finger is actually pointing right here in real life, but like right now I'm pointing at it. Whatever. But you have to figure out how to get that thing down there. I think I have to buy bigger luggage for a checked bag that they transport, like not a carry-on. And I'm thinking about bringing a UPS too. That'd probably be a good idea. But yeah, you can bring those batteries on the plane, I'm fairly sure, but I'm not sure if I should even risk doing that. But yeah, almost done with everything. But also, guys, I really can't wait to show you guys this apartment, like, and talk about the work that I want to do to it and show you guys like all that, like new floors, new paint the cabinets and tiles, all this cool stuff. So it's gonna take time. Hopefully they're entertaining videos. Who knows with me anymore. I haven't really been updating you guys about the house with moving and everything. So today is April 29th. Yesterday was closing date on the house. So closing date is like, all right, the sellers have to be moved out, and closing date is when I finally transfer the money to the sellers. Right now, well, not right now, but before closing date, all the money is held in escrow. So I don't know if I told you guys. I probably told you guys I paid cash for the house. Whoop, whoop, yeah, me. Oh my God. Yeah, so the money was held in escrow, and on closing date, there's a final inspection of the house to make sure the house is in good condition, that they didn't leave like a pile of bear shit on the rugs or whatever. Well, mostly that they moved out all their stuff and all that. So yesterday morning, I got a email from the title company, and the title company is who holds some money in escrow, and the title company, I guess, are also real estate lawyers or whatever. I'm just gonna take a sip of water. So I get an email from the title company at like 9 o'clock in the morning, and it goes to my junk email folder. And on my personal accounts, I have like one of the email addresses I get, the emails get imported into another email address, but I check them periodically to see if there's any junk mail or whatever. So I get an email from the title company. The guy's name's Josh. He's a real cool guy, real nice guy. When I say that, I mean like honest and has integrity and all that stuff. So I see an email though saying like, all right, we're going to be transferring the money in like a couple hours. And I'm like, what? Like, what's going on? We're supposed to have a final inspection before this. So then I send that email, and then I contact my real estate agent, Amber. She's like, oh, like, I'm really sorry. I was supposed to go to the house yesterday for the closing, but my grandfather passed away and the funeral was yesterday. And I'm always like, what's the right word? Not weary, not critical, weary, or like I don't believe people right away, but I don't like call them out and say that they're lying. Like I try to look for evidence or whatever. But I saw like on her Facebook page that she posted that her grandfather passed away on April 21st. So the funeral was yesterday or whatever, and so that's why she wasn't there for the closing. Thank God that I emailed. Well, thank God, but I don't like, I shouldn't be saying thank God, because God isn't really the cause of stuff like that. But thankfully that I sent that email, because the house, there was nothing moved out of the house. There was people still living there. I don't remember who my real estate agent said. I think it was like the stepson of someone, or I don't know who, but there was people still living there. The house was like filled with stuff. And my real estate agent's telling me like they don't know how they're gonna move out their stuff and all this. And I'm thinking, Like, what the hell is this? Like, you guys should have told me this before. The seller should have told me this before closing date, so that we could have worked things out and whatever. Like, not waited until last minute and never told me, so that, like, what if I had my stuff planned to move down there on the 28th? I would just have to sit outside this house with nowhere to go while they move their stuff out. So when she's telling me all this, like, oh, they don't know how they're moving their stuff or whatever, and all this, I'm thinking, like, well, I already have my U-Haul rented for May 7th. Today's the 29th and closing date was April 28th. So like a week from closing date, I have my U-Haul reserved. And the guys at U-Haul were telling me, so they don't have the trailer in stock for to bring my car down. They're telling me that they're like really short supply on U-Haul trucks, and especially on the trailers, because everyone's relocating to a different state. So people relocate to a different state and leave the trucks down there. They end up having to hire guys to bring down to these states to bring trucks back up to them when they're needed. So he ended up like placing like a special order or whatever to send a guy down to wherever a truck was to bring it back up there for me. So if these people aren't moved out by May 7th, like, I don't know when I'll get a U-Haul truck again and all that stuff. Let me get another sip of water. Plus, like, this whole thing, like I would be homeless pretty much, because I have to leave this apartment. I can't keep paying rent on this apartment. I don't want to keep paying utilities. Plus, like, I'm not making YouTube videos or doing anything that I want to do and that I have to do. Like, my YouTube revenue is down to like $30 a month now, because I'm not making as many videos as I used to, or as many important videos that actually research and scripted and everything like that. So I was like really concerned about that. And then also someone else was telling me that the HOA might repossess the house. Like, if the seller is still living in the house and refuses to leave, but they're not paying HOA fees, then the HOA can repossess the house. It doesn't matter that I already paid for the house because my money's in escrow. It's not technically sold to me. So the HOA would have first dibs. So I'm like thinking about all this stuff, and the next day in the morning, like, I'm ready to call a lawyer and call the title company and see what the hell's going on, because I'm also reading online, like, there's nothing that I can do. I would have to send them an eviction notice and give them 30 days to move. And I'm like, what the hell is all this shit? Like, I didn't buy a house to be a landlord and evict people. So I was thinking, like, I'll just go down there May 7th with my truck and all my stuff and be like, get the fuck out of my house. Well, I would also like say, like, all right, you have like an hour to get whatever stuff you need, and like, I'll help you lift stuff if you need help lifting stuff, as long as you guys help me lift some stuff too, or whatever. I would have like tried to work it out like that, but like, they had to be out of there as far as I'm concerned. But like, if I would have had to file an eviction notice and be homeless for months trying to get these people out of my house, and also there's still eviction moratoriums or whatever, to where you can't evict people. And I'm like, well, I didn't plan to get involved in all this stuff. I just wanted to buy a house and move in. But thankfully, literally like just like not even 5 minutes before I had all my stuff packed up to leave my house and make these phone calls to the lawyers and everything, because I tend to just drive to a parking lot to make the phone calls, because I don't know, for some reason my car is turned into my office. Right as soon as I was leaving my house, my agent texts me and says, like, everything's cleared out of the house, they're all moved out and whatever. I'm going down there later today to verify this and whatever. So she sent me pictures and all that, and the house is all good. Like, it's all good to move in. So I just gotta finish packing up my stuff and wait until May 7th. I gotta turn on the utilities at the house, and also figure out, I don't know if I should hire movers here or not, because all that I'm taking that I really can't lift, I guess, would be my couches. Because like my desks and everything, I can lift myself, and all boxes and all that. But that's an update on that. I should probably be filming or uploading some of these videos, so I'm not super behind on videos. when I get down there. So this isn't going super well. I mean, electricity company, they want me to be at the house to turn on the electricity. They want me to turn the breaker off and then turn on the electricity, then me turn it on to make sure that everything's safe and all that. The water company, so the water, the garbage, and the sewer is all run through the city. They want me to go to City Hall with like the deed to the house, which the deed I'm not getting in the mail until 45 to 60 days from now. So we have to figure all that stuff out, but I have to be there to turn on these utilities and everything. I was hoping, I mean, maybe I can call up Comcast and have internet set up, but I was hoping I could just drive down there, plug this Ethereum validator in like ASAP, but it's not going to work out because I have to now go down there and turn on my electricity, turn on Comcast internet, and water I can wait. You don't need water to run a computer, but I have to turn on these services now, which turning on electricity, they say, can take anywhere from a couple minutes to 4 to 5 hours. It'll be April 1st tomorrow, so I only have like a week left before I have to move. I still have like, it doesn't look like there's that much stuff that I have to move, but there really is, I guess. I don't know. Most of my cabinets are already packed up. Well, not most of them. It's just like stuff in my cabinets have to get... What am I trying to say here? I'm trying to say, like, just walking through my apartment, it doesn't look like there's too much stuff that has to get packed. Just stuff that I don't know what to do with. Like, how do I pack these light bulbs? I don't have the boxes for them. Like, I have the boxes for these light bulbs, but these are all the boxes I have. I don't have any empty ones. But it's just like all this stuff in cabinets and everything. It's like all this hidden stuff that I don't see. And I mean, some of this stuff isn't really going with me, but just stuff, you know. But yeah, my freezer, all my meat and everything that I was stocking up for the coronavirus, all I have is some fish and some ground beef left, and just trying to eat everything. But I don't know, I'm gonna edit this and upload this video to you guys right now, even though my desk is a complete disaster.